Happy Arvo. Hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. And yes, I know you don't actually say Happy Arvo. I realize I haven't acknowledged that in a long time now. I'm aware you don't say that. Just me. If you've watched this channel, you know I like to learn about sport legends from Australia. You know, Sir Don Bradman. These types of people. Shane Warne. Today I've got Cathy Freeman. Google says, an Indigenous Australian sprinter who won a gold medal in the 400 meters at the 2000 Sydney Olympics. Her victory was a significant moment for reconciliation in Australia. So that part of it's interesting. I mean, that's pretty awesome, winning a gold medal on your home turf. She's an Indigenous, Aboriginal. So, pretty interesting person and pretty interesting event in history, I think, that I have never seen before. So, I've got the clip. Now, this whole video might be blocked. I can't help but have that kind of sitting on my back, you know, that thought while I'm doing this video. These Olympic type reactions, you know, God knows how many I've done and no one has ever seen because they just get blocked. But I can't help myself. Every once in a while, they don't get blocked. So I'm going to try. This is the 400 meter race. Iconic. What an iconic, difficult race, too. 400 meters. That's like a long sprint, basically. You know, a quarter mile. Just basically having to sprint it. Difficult race. I did run track in high school. I'm not like, I was one of those kids that, you know, I ran track. Would I say I was like some expert runner? No. But I did run track. So I know a little bit. I know a little bit about the 400. You know, that's a difficult race. This has Bruce McAvaney commentating, which I don't know who that is, but maybe that means something to somebody. Anyway, okay, let's do it. And after this, I'm going to watch an interview. I had to set it to my headphones. Okay, let's go. Okay, she's got like the aerodynamic windsuit on. Honestly, like I said, I'm not an expert runner or anything. I've never seen anyone wear this, but I can imagine that's what it's for, obviously.
So they'll be called to the set in just a moment.
That's pretty cool. Decked out in the green and yellow.
Away,
boom.
Out well, a mighty roar.
And she's the only one with that suit. Pretty iconic.
Freeman. They're holding their stagger early. Graham's gone out.
Look how fast.
Strongly in the back straight. She's in the middle. So down the back, Cathy, 3 from the left. Graham's gone out really hard to Guevara. Freeman going strongly up to almost halfway. She's 3 from the top. You can see Graham inside of her, probably in front. Mary's having...
It's actually kind of interesting watching her and the other girl here. You can see her strides are faster, but Cathy's are longer.
Up to almost halfway. She's 3 from the top. You can see Graham inside of her, probably in front. Mary's having a good run. This is where Cathy exploded in the...
And I could be totally wrong about that. But hey, that's my job, is to just speculate on things like this, you know, watch and say what I'm thinking. That is what I'm thinking.
Freeman's got work to do here. There's about 150 to go.
There she goes, pulling ahead.
Right up. It's going to be a big finish. Into the straight, Graham leads. Freeman runs up to her. Mary inside. Cathy lifting. Goes up to Graham.
Oh man, the fatigue is setting in. It's like, oh, push through the end.
This is a famous victory.
Oh, it's not even close. It's not even close.
What a champion.
And she's too tired to react. She's going to throw up and then cheer. What a legend. Good sportsmanship. Oh, man, that's it. Okay, I reckon we got to read some comments. I can remember watching this on TV at the time, along with anyone else in Australia. Also, what an iconic year. 2000, win the gold medal on your home turf as an Aboriginal. I mean, that's iconic. There's a reason this is never going to be forgotten and why she tops the lists when you search iconic Australian athletes. When Cathy won, you could hear the cheering and screaming from all the neighborhoods, all down the street and across the entire town. And for that moment, I bet the entire country just felt united. healed. I was there. Most incredible thing I've ever witnessed. 100,000 people screaming in unison. Just absolutely wonderful. Wow, after 22 years, this still brings tears to my eyes. That shows you just how impactful these types of sporting events can be. It's pretty amazing. And now, honestly, I just want to hear her talk. You know, I want to get a feel for what type of person she is. This is by Pat Welsh. Let's do it.
Cathy Freeman just catching her breath. What a lap of honour for her.
Just catching her breath. So this is right after the race, I guess. In 2000, yeah. This is the post. I want to make sure it's the right race. That's what I'm trying to do, if you're wondering. This should be that very race. Okay.
The men's 400. About ready to go. She's saying, shush, everybody. Malcolm Johnson's out there.
This is the Olympics.
This has happened to her at the last 2 World Championships. Pat Welsh is with her now. Pat.
Now she's smiling.
Yours. Well done, Cathy.
She had to throw up.
World, you've got recognition all over, and you've had to come home to achieve your finest moment.
It's really funny, you know. Anybody who knows me knows that everything I do, I try not to, you know, stand out in the crowd. So it's really funny, don't you think?
Standing out all over the nation.
You couldn't help yourself.
Tell me about the pressure of this.
It's hard not to stand out when you run that fast.
Yeah, it's an unusual type of pressure. You know,
She got a great accent. Can I just say that?
each stage.
Was the Australian accent even more strong back then? Maybe I'm just imagining things. I don't know.
Season is so different. And it's funny, you learn something new about yourself each time because the situation's never ever duplicated. But no, it's very relieved it's over.
To talk this well after sprinting and winning and being flooded with adrenaline, pretty good.
I mean,
I couldn't do it.
I made a lot of people happy tonight.
Well, I wouldn't be able to run that fast to begin with. Anyway, okay, I'm going to stop interjecting.
Very relieved it's over. I mean, I made a lot of people happy tonight, especially my family, so.
I saw you kiss your mum up there. It was just fantastic. It's a moment we'll all remember.
Biggest smiles I've ever seen, and they're not even drunk, my brothers. So, no, they're going to be very lovable with me tonight.
Just wait till they're drunk.
And a lot of kisses and hugs.
Talk me through the race. You had to run a season's best out there tonight, and I think 5 of the ladies went inside 50.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, you can never underestimate anybody. I mean, I can't help but keep comparing the times I'm doing this year to previous years, especially the last Olympic year, but at the same time, pressures are still the same, if not bigger, especially when they're in your own home country. So I decided a long time ago, well, not a long time ago, I only actually thought about it the other day, how I'm actually quite proud of the way I do conduct myself in front of everyone. And
we're all proud of you, but this has been a 4-year build-up for you, hasn't it?
It's been a dream of mine since I was a little girl. And
I'm just wondering right now how old she is. I'm looking up. So she was 27. Amazing.
that's why I got really emotional because, you know, something like this, but you know, happening to a little girl like me, it's just, I've got to grow up sometime, I suppose.
You carried both flags very proudly tonight, too.
Yeah, very proud.
Still thinks of herself as a little girl. That just shows how humble she is.
And it's Australian, and I mean, I'm just going to relax now and enjoy myself.
Who would you like to thank, just quickly?
Oh, my goodness. I'd like to thank my family, all my friends. Don't know who they are.
You've got many. You've got a whole nation tonight, I can tell you.
The people who I love and treasure, they know who they are. And I don't want to name any one or two or three.
Right, because then the ones you forget. How are you going to remember them all right now off the cuff?
Because to me they just represent one big hug and a kiss.
We're going to talk to you a lot more tonight, but congratulations. You've given us one of our greatest ever thrills. Thanks, Cathy.
Cathy Freeman.
Wow. That was really great. She seems extremely down to earth, humble, respectful, intelligent, and she's fast. She handles the pressure and expectation of an entire nation so well. Very self-confident and very sure of herself. I love the fact that she doesn't show any emotion before and after the race. Skipping the last part. hands down inside the top 10 Australia's greatest sporting moments. Hell, it's one of Australia's greatest moments in history, period. How epic. Okay, I hope this video is not banned. It probably is, which means I'm talking to myself once again. Wouldn't be the first time. Thank you for watching, if anybody's out there. Shout out to Cathy Freeman, what a freaking legend. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.